So if you remember, we were studying atomic properties of group 13 elements. In that we discussed about the discrepancy in the atomic radii and ionization enthalpy because of filling up of d 10 electrons and down the group filling up of d and f electrons, as they offer poor screening or shielding effect. The radius, instead of increasing, decreases, and we find that gallium's radius is less than that of aluminium. This behavior is observed further down the group. So atomic radii does not show a proper trend down the group. Atomic radius decreases from gallium to aluminium. Similarly, silicon to Pb also small increase only is observed in group 14. The reason for both, or the reason for discrepancy of atomic radii down the group, reason for discrepancy of ionization enthalpy down the group is due to poor screening or shielding effect offered by D and F electrons down the group. That is what we had studied yesterday, the day before yesterday. Okay, the order of screening you should remember: SP, DNF. DNF offers very less shielding or screening, so nucleus can very easily attract the valence electron, and hence the radius of gallium, which should be larger, is found to shrink. The radius becomes lesser than that of aluminium. एल्यूमिनियम से रेडियस इसका छोटा हो जाता है. So aluminum becomes bigger in size than that of gallium, though gallium has more number of shells and more number of electrons. This is what we studied in the last class. Now, the next atomic property is electronegativity. Electronegativity, we generally use the term when we're talking about two atoms bonded together. Okay, there is a specific value of electronegativity, and most of you know that. Suppose if hydrogen and chlorine is bonded, chlorine is more electronegative than hydrogen, or when carbon is bonded, chlorine, carbon is electropositive, chlorine is electronegative. The one who is more electronegative has a tendency to pull the shared pair of electron towards itself. Generally, electronegativity or electronegative term is used when we talk about covalently bonded compounds, where the shared pair of electron should be used equally by both the binding atoms, but it doesn't happen so because of difference in the tendency to pull the electrons, so which we use the term as electronegativity. The shared pair of electron is shifted towards one of the atom, or the electron cloud is shifted towards one of the atom. This also depends upon the radius. If the radius is small, the nucleus will be able to attract the electrons more easily towards the periphery. The radius is big, the nucleus is deep inside, and will not be able to attract the electron. So, because there is discrepancy down the group, there will be discrepancy in the electronegativity also. The reason again remains same: poor screening or shielding effect. Okay, down the group electronegativity decreases from boron to aluminum and then increases due to discrepancy in the atomic size. One of the reasons you can either write on discrepancy in the atomic size, or the main reason poor screening or shielding effect of d electron. The element of group 14 are slightly more electronegative than group 13. When we go from group 13 to group 14, that is from left to right in the periodic table, the size increases, size decreases. Okay, so if you see the periodic table, what we observe is going from year to year, boron to carbon when we shift, from aluminum to silicon when we shift, the number of shell does not increase. Only one electron is increasing, no screening or shielding effect. So boron to carbon, the size will decrease. Carbon to nitrogen, the size decreases. So as the size decreases, the elements will become more and more electronegative. We know that fluorine is the most electronegative element of the periodic table because of its size. So moving from left to right, the size is decreasing, electronegativity will increase. Okay, so when we are moving from group 13 to group 14, because there is decrease in the size, electronegativity will increase. All the trends are inversely proportional to atomic radii. Atomic properties जो भी हम discuss करते हैं, you remember that atomic properties like ionization enthalpy or electronegativity, they are inversely proportional. Okay, so this point I think is clear from the last point. The electronegativity value from silicon to Pb is almost same. As the radius is not varying much down the group, the electronegativity values are also found to be same. Okay, so here we finished the three atomic properties, that is electronic configuration, atomic radii, ionization enthalpy, and electronegativity. These are few atomic properties of group 13 and group 14 elements. Okay, now we go to physical properties of group 13 and group 14 elements. Boron is non-metallic in nature. Okay, some of the books बोरॉन मेटालॉइड भी बोलते हैं कुछ बुक्स में, but your textbook is specifying that boron is non-metallic. So boron being small in size will not lose electron easily and hence is considered to be non-metallic in nature. It is extremely hard and black color solid. It exists in many allotropic forms. Boron can have both amorphous as well as crystalline forms of boron are available. Due to strong crystalline lattice or crystal lattice, boron has unusually high melting point. It has a three-dimensional structure in its solid state. As a result, its melting point is found to be higher than expected. Okay. The other members of this group are soft metals. They have low melting point and high electrical conductivity. They are soft metals. Melting point is also low and the electrical conductivity, that is availability of electron, is much easy. Easily electrons are available. Okay, you can think about aluminium and consider this point. Gallium has unusually low melting point. This you have studied in your 10th standard also. Gallium melting point and boiling point both are very unusual behavior is seen. Its melting point is very low, 303 Kelvin. If you take it on your palm, it will melt. That is what it is stated. It exists in liquid state in summer. Actually, it is solid, but in summers it changes its form to liquid form. That is, it melts very easily at normal room temperature in summer season. It has a very high boiling point, 2676 Kelvin. That that is why helium is used to determine boiling point of other substances who have high boiling point. Suppose I want to determine boiling point of water or acetone लेते हैं. If I want to determine boiling point of acetone or alcohol, I have to use another medium in which I have to dip the fusion tube. For that we will use water because acetone का boiling point सिर्फ 60 डिग्री सेल्सियस है, water का 100 है. So if you want to determine boiling point of some component, you put it in the fusion tube and you place it in a vessel or a container having another component and then another chemical with higher boiling point. So water use करते हैं. If you have any chemicals whose boiling point is 200 or 300 degree Celsius, 200 के आसपास होता है, so we use paraffin. Sometimes concentrated H2SO4 is also used as a medium for finding boiling point. But if you have a compound whose boiling point is very high, generally industries में experiments में करते हैं, there gallium can also be used to find out its boiling point. That means gallium will be used as a, let us say, medium, or will be filled in the vessel where you have to put the fusion tube for measuring the boiling point. So this point is exceptional and a different behavior of gallium is seen. You need to remember the melting point and boiling point values also. यहाँ पे आपको दोनों का value याद रखना है exam point of view. Melting and boiling point are much higher than group 13 elements. Why it will happen? Because from group 13 to group 14 the radius will decrease. Radius decreases means more stronger bonding. More stronger bonding means more energy needed to overcome the force of attraction. So melting and boiling point will be higher. Okay. Down the group density will increase. Here as your textbook is not specifying, I left it, but the same trend will be followed. Okay, I did out in physical properties. Physical properties. Any doubt in physical properties? Should we move
No, ma'am.
further? Okay. So before going to chemical properties, we'll study a term called as inert pair effect. We need to know what is this inert pair effect. Anyone has idea about inert pair effect? You can see on the slide also. Inert pair effect क्या होता है किसी को you have heard about it? Okay. So this is a very important effect as far as p block elements are considered. You will have you will definitely have at least one question in your board exam regarding inert pair effect in your 10th standard because you will be studying group 15, 16, 17 and 18 in 12th class. So there they are not explained what is inert pair effect. Inert pair effect is only explained in 11th standard. Need to understand it very well. Well, standard only the term inert pair effect is given in the books, but what is inert pair effect is not explained. So in the most simple form, I tried to get some points. The phenomena of electrons remaining paired in valence shell is called inert pair effect. Normally क्या होता है वैलेंस शेल इलेक्ट्रॉन्स केमिकल रिएक्शन में पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं राइट ऑल द वैलेंस अगर सपोज वैलेंस शेल में 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कैन पार्टिसिपेट वैलेंस शेल में 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है 4 कैन पार्टिसिपेट but there in p block elements there is a phenomena called inert pair effect which does not allow the electrons to unpair and because of that the electrons will not participate in a chemical reaction. So that behavior is said to be inert pair effect. It is non-participation of s orbital electrons. Non-participation of s electrons, the outermost s electron during chemical bonding due to poor shielding of intervening electrons. We have already studied no DNF का poor shielding उसकी वजह से होता है. It is, we can also say it is reluctance of s electrons of valence shell to take part in bonding. S electrons of valence shell will not participate in bonding. It occurs due to poor or ineffective shielding of Ns2 electrons of the valence shell by the intervening d and f electrons. It increases down the group, thus lower elements of the group exhibit lower oxidation state. Because of this Ns2 electron not participating in the reaction down the group, you will find that the elements don't exhibit higher oxidation state, they prefer to show lower oxidation state. The reason of elements showing lower oxidation state down the group is also inert pair effect. Okay, if we take some examples, indium and thallium, they have D and F orbitals filled. Since the shielding ability of DNF orbital is very poor, the nuclear charge easily seeps through and drags the s orbital closer to the nucleus. This makes the s orbital reluctant to bond. Thereby, only p electrons are involved in bonding. So here, what we come to know is if you see the electronic configuration of group 13 or group 14 element, you go to this electronic configuration. See here, if you go what we observe here is chemical reaction में which electron will participate? Valence electron. That means 2s and 2p should participate in case of boron. In case of aluminium, 3s electron and 3p should participate because they are valence electrons. Total number of electron participating should be 3. Here also 3. Here the valence electrons are 4s2, 4p1. So this and this electron, that is 3 electrons should participate for gallium also. Same should happen for indium and thallium. That means 6s2, 6p1 should participate. Total 3 electrons should participate in a chemical reaction. But what we see is boron, yes, 3 electrons participate. Yes, aluminum, AlCl3 very easily formed. It participates. But as you are moving down the group, D electrons come, D electrons come, D and F electrons come, and here the poor shielding or screening effect operates. As a result, the radius, gallium's radius, will start attracting the electrons, valence electron, more closer. Now, in the fourth shell, we have S and P electrons who will be attracted more strongly by the nucleus, the S electron. The valence shell we have 4s, 4p. 4s ज़्यादा close होगा 4p से compared to when we compare. The nucleus will attract this 4s electron more strongly and will not allow this 2 electron to participate in the chemical reaction. Though these 2 electrons are in the valence shell, they will not participate in the chemical reaction, and gallium will allow only 1 electron to participate. So gallium will exist as Ga plus 1, not Ga plus 3, as the case with aluminium. इंडिया में भी वैसे ही होगा. Because of this D10 electrons, nucleus will be able to attract this electron more tightly. इसको भी attract करने की कोशिश करेगा, but comparison में ये ज़्यादा tightly attract हो जाएगा. Nucleus will hold this electron more tightly, and only this will be available. This electron will not be available for chemical reaction, and this is called as inert pairing effect. The non-availability of Ns2 electrons for participating in the chemical reaction. Only Np electron will participate. The same thing will be observed here. 4f 5d will not lead to screening effect, much effective screening effect. There will be poor screening effect. So thallium's nucleus will attract the valence electron more tightly. Among the two, S will be held more tightly. So only P, 6p1 electron will be available. So thallium will prefer to show plus 1 oxidation state instead of plus 3. The same thing we will see in case of group 14 also. Group 14 may be down the group because of poor screening and shielding effect of D and F electrons here. This electrons 4s2, 5s2, 6s2, they will be held more tightly by the nucleus, and only 4p2, 5p2 and 6p2 will be available. So they will prefer to show only plus 2 oxidation state. They will not show plus 4 oxidation state as seen for carbon and silicon very comfortably. So do you have any doubt regarding inert pair effect? You need to understand it very well. It is non-participation of Ns2 electron in chemical reaction due to poor screening or shielding effect of D and F electron down the group in p block elements. ओके, सिंपल टर्म्स में क्या होगा, जो Ns2 इलेक्ट्रॉन है वैलेंस शेल में वो पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करता है केमिकल रिएक्शन में, क्योंकि वो न्यूक्लियस ज्यादा उसको स्ट्रांगली पकड़ के रखता है. क्यों होता है वैसा? बिकॉज ऑफ डीएनएफ इलेक्ट्रॉन का पुअर स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट. पुअर स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट होने की वजह से न्यूक्लियस उन इलेक्ट्रॉन को ज्यादा इजीली होल्ड कर पाता है. Okay, so do you have any doubt regarding inert pair effect? I'll repeat if you want. So if I'm teaching you in 12th standard, and if any one of you ask me, teacher, what is this inert pair effect? I'll not answer. Okay, then don't complain. The teacher is not explaining. You all have understood. So now if you have understood, you will give me answer for this questions. Let us see. So here what is given, general oxidation state by group 13 element is plus 3 and plus 1. Okay, as I told you, Ns2 Np1 होता है ग्रुप 13 का इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, तो प्लस 3 होगा प्लस 1 होगा. As we go down the group boron family, tendency to form plus 1 increases. The reason is due to inert pair effect. Okay, consider Be3 plus and B3 plus and B plus. So experimentally B3 plus is more stable. boron 1s2 2p1 सॉरी 2s2 2p1 इलेक्ट्रॉन निकल जाएंगे प्लस थ्री बनेगा p प्लस नहीं स्टेबल होता है Ti3 plus and sorry Tl3 plus and Tl plus it was seen that Tl plus is more stable than Tl3 Tl plus is more stable than Tl3 plus. Now this is also due to inert pair effect. You have studied redox reaction, right? Now tell me, thallium in its plus 3 state is a good oxidizing agent or a good reducing agent? If you people have understood, you will not get questions directly. You will get questions telling that thallium in plus 3 state is a good oxidizing agent or thallium in plus 6 state is a good reducing agent. Give reason why. This is how you will get the questions. So tell me, thallium in plus 3 state is a good oxidizing agent or a good reducing agent? The answer is already on the screen if you have understood. What
It's a
is your
good
Oxidizing
reducing
agent.
agent.
It is a better oxidizing agent.
Oxidizing agent.
TL in plus 3 state is a better oxidizing agent? How will you explain this?
Because it can itself gets reduced to Tl plus.
It will accept two electrons, right? TL in plus 3 state will accept two electrons and form Tl plus 1, right? Are you trying to say this as your point?
Yes, it will get itself reduced as Tl plus.
Uh, means what? If I have TL plus 3 and if I have TL plus 1, if I have this 2, then in my reaction system, in my medium, दोनों present है. Finally, at the end, I will find all TL plus 1 present. TL plus 3 will change to TL plus 1 by accepting electron because they are found to be this state में TL in this state is less stable. Okay, Tl plus 1 will not lose electron, but instead Tl plus 3 will accept electron. So this is also due to inert pair effect down the group. Which oxidation state is becoming more stable and which oxidation state is becoming less stable. So down the group, lower oxidation states are found to be more stable. So you may be given some ions and you may be asked whether it is a good oxidizing agent or a good reducing agent. And how will you explain? The reason again is inert pair effect. Okay. So I am hoping that most of you have understood inert pair effect and how the questions will be asked. So before going to chemical properties, we need to study oxidation states. Just basic आपको जो मैंने बताया था अभी अभी दोनों का वैसे ही है. As I already showed you for group 13, plus 3 and plus 1 are common oxidation state. Down the group plus 1 tendency will increase. Okay. यहाँ पे ग्रुप 14 में प्लस 4 एंड प्लस 2 आर मोर कॉमन ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट NS2 NP2 होता है. So either only two electrons will go and participate in the reaction. So NP2 इलेक्ट्रॉन पार्टिसिपेट करेगा. When NS2 NP2 दोनों पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे तो प्लस 4 हो जाएगा. Carbon exhibit negative oxidation state also. So carbon can sometimes do exhibit negative oxidation state when it is bonded with more electropositive element like a metal. If carbon is bonded with a metal, okay, in organometallic compounds, carbon can show a more positive negative oxidation state. Normally carbon का oxidation state plus होता है, but if it is bonded to a more electropositive element like a metal, it will show negative oxidation state. Some of the first four ionization enthalpies are very high, so they form covalent compounds. Losing four electrons is much more difficult, and to lot of energy will be spent. So instead of losing all four electrons and forming ionic bond, group 14 elements prefer to form covalent bond, that is sharing of electrons. And as we go down the group in carbon family, tendency to show plus 2 oxidation state will increase. That is the reason due to inert pair effect. So this is oxidation property. So under the heading chemical properties, you have group 13, group 14 में oxidation states of. So in this now same thing is being repeated. जो हमने यहाँ पे पढ़ा है अभी वही repeat हो रहा है, but a little systematically. So we will go through the points and see if we have any doubts. Oxidation state of group 13, boron and aluminium shows oxidation state +3. Okay, because they will easily participate in chemical reaction. Only while gallium, indium and thallium exhibit oxidation state of both +1 and +3. So as you go down the group, +1, +3 both will be seen, and +1 will become more prominent down the group. Okay. Some of the first three ionization enthalpy of boron is very high, and hence in +3 state boron forms covalent compound. You need to remember that second period में जो भी elements है boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen of each group, they prefer to form covalent compounds. The reason is small size. Because of small size, the nucleus attracts the electrons more tightly, valence electron strongly, and to remove these electrons, the amount of energy spent is very high, and hence they prefer to form covalent compound. So here, first three ionization enthalpy of boron is found to be high, and hence they boron prefer to form covalent compound. Okay. But for aluminum, it is not the case. Some of the first three ionization enthalpy of aluminum is low, and hence +3 state is very easily seen, and Al+3 ion can be easily formed. So aluminum is highly electropositive metal. It can very easily form Al+3. As we move down the group, due to inert pair effect, tendency to exhibit +3 oxidation state decreases, and tendency to attain +1 oxidation state increases. So down the group, due to inert pair effect, we will see that +1 oxidation state is more common. The stability of +1 oxidation state is gallium, indium, and thallium. Thallium will be if you have Ga plus, Al plus, and Tl plus. This is found to be most stable down the group. Compound in +1 oxidation states are more ionic than in +3 state. Yes, this point. Compound in +1 oxidation states are more ionic than in +3 state. इसका रीजन क्या होगा? Think about two ions. One is in +1, one is in +3. The one in +3 will be less ionic. The one in +1 will be more ionic. क्यों होगा? क्यों
Ma'am,
वाले?
of
हाँ,
ionization enthalpy.
yeah.
Because of ionization enthalpies.
Because of ionization enthalpy. कैसे एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं क्या आप थोड़ा?
क्योंकि +3 स्टेट बोरॉन मतलब +3 स्टेट जो रहता है वो कोवैलेंट कंपाउंड होता है.
हाँ, राइट राइट. +3 स्टेट कोवैलेंट कंपाउंड्स बनाने की कोशिश. +3 स्टेट कोवैलेंट कंपाउंड से नहीं होता है. +3 स्टेट कोवैलेंट कंपाउंड कैसे बनाता है? सी यहाँ पे क्या बोला गया? एल्यूमिनियम तो +3 स्टेट में है ना, और वो तो आयोनिक बना रहा है. ठीक है ना?
Yes,
करेक्ट. हाँ. सो ऐसा नहीं कि एल्यूमिनियम इन +3 एलिमेंट इन +3 स्टेट विल फॉर्म कोवैलेंट. बट यहाँ पे जब आप कंपेयर कर रहे हो, तो आप जो बोल रहे हो वो ठीक है कि +3 स्टेट में कोवैलेंट बनाता नहीं है, कोवैलेंट हो जाएगा. कोवैलेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स कमिटीज आयनिक की जो बात हो रही है, ये जो रीजन की डिस्कशन है, ये है +1 +3 फॉर एन आयोनिक बॉन्ड. ओके, आयनिक बॉन्ड की बात हो रही है. But +1 oxidation state will be found to be more ionic. The compound will be found to have more ionic characters than the one in +3 state. मतलब दोनों भी ionic ही bond है, but +1 वाला ज्यादा ionic होगा, +3 वाला less ionic होगा. That means covalent characters होंगे ज्यादा. समझ में आ रहा है? तो वो क्यों होगा? आपको ऑलरेडी आंसर पता है, हमने डिस्कस किया है इस ब्लॉक में। जब हम आयोनिक बॉन्ड्स की बात करते हैं, जो कोवैलेंट कैरेक्टर्स बताएंगे, तो हम क्या क्या फॉलो करते हैं? वी शुड फॉलो, और वी शुड डिस्कस विच रूल्स? फजान्स रूल। फजान याद है? याद है फजान रूल डिस्कस किए थे हमने इस ब्लॉक में?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
हाँ, in that what we discussed, higher, smaller the cation, smaller the cation, higher the charge, more the covalent character. जब कैटायन छोटा होता है और अगर उसका चार्ज, दैट इज ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट, अगर ज्यादा होता है, इट हैज टेंडेंसी टू पुल द इलेक्ट्रॉन टुवर्ड्स इटसेल्फ। लेट अस अज्यूम दैट एक एटम है, एक आयन है जिसमें +3 स्टेट में है। +3 इंडिकेट्स व्हाट? इलेक्ट्रॉन डेफिशिएंसी। 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन उसने अपने दे दिए हैं। जब उसने अपने 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन दे दिए तो क्या हो गया? वो देना नहीं चाहता है, बट वो रख नहीं पा रहा है, इसलिए दे दिया है। तो उसकी वजह से +3 चार्ज आ गया उसके ऊपर। +3 स्टेट इंडिकेट्स इलेक्ट्रॉन डेफिशिएंसी। अगर आप दोनों को कंपेयर करते हैं, हु इज मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन डेफिशिएंट? द वन इन +3 स्टेट इज मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन डेफिशिएंट। तो वो क्या करेगा? इलेक्ट्रॉन तो वहीं पे है, आयनिक बॉन्ड के में इन्वॉल्व हो रहा है, कैटायन ने ले एनायन ने ले लिया है, वो उसको फिर से अपनी तरफ खींचेगा। पूरी तरह से नहीं ले सकता है, लेकिन द इलेक्ट्रॉन क्लाउड इट विल ट्राई टू शिफ्ट टुवर्ड्स इटसेल्फ. So the electron cloud will be shifted more for this case and less for this case. And though the bond is ionic, covalent characters will come into existence. So if a cation is small in size and having higher charge, it will show more covalent characters because of its tendency to pull the shared pair of electron, pull the given electron towards itself. Shared pair नहीं use कर सकते यहाँ पे, और will pull the electrons of the anion towards itself. Okay, so when we talk, whenever in any of the बुक्स और डिस्कशन, अगर आपको कोई भी आयोनिक बॉन्ड में कोवेलेंट कैरेक्टर्स की बात करता है या कहता है कि आयोनिक कैरेक्टर्स कम है, इट इज ऑलवेज बिकॉज ऑफ फजान्स रूल. यू हैव टू गिव आंसर considering Fajan's rule. You can definitely give answer using the ionization enthalpy concept also, but उसको आपको रेडियस से फिर रिलेट करना पड़ेगा. रेडियस से रिलेट करके आप आंसर दे सकते हो, बट मोर सिंपलर वे इज टेलिंग फजान्स रूल डायरेक्टली, वो ज्यादा इजी हो जाता है. Ionization enthalpy भी बोल सकते हो, that can also be given as one of the reasons to explain, but the better way of explaining is Fajans rule. So are you clear? Because of +3 state, more electron deficiency, the electron given from this cation to the anion will be easily pulled by this electron towards it, atom towards itself. As a result, the covalent characters will decrease. That means covalent characters will increase. That is, ionic character will decrease. So the compound in +1 oxidation states are more ionic than those in +3 state. इसका मतलब है +3 स्टेट में कोवेलेंट कैरेक्टर्स आ गए, तभी ही ये आयोनिक हो गया. और वो फजान्स रूल को फॉलो करने पे आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. आर यू क्लियर नाउ दिस पॉइंट?
Yes, ma'am.
या गुड. ओके, सो ग्रुप 14 में सेम है. +4 +2 oxidation states are seen. Some of the first 4 ionization enthalpy are very high, so +4 will generally give covalent compounds. The bonds will be generally covalent by nature. As we move down the group, due to inert pair effect, tendency to exhibit +4 oxidation state will decrease. Tendency to attain +2 oxidation state will increase. Stability of +2 oxidation state follows the order germanium, tin, and lead. Carbon and silicon shows +4 oxidation state. Germanium shows +4 and +2. Tin shows +4 and +2 again. In +2 state, it is reducing agent. Okay. Tin in +2 state is reducing agent. What does it mean? Tin in +2 state is a reducing agent means it will, what it will do? It will still lose electron to form SN4. राइट। SN2 से वो SN4 बनाने की कोशिश करेगा by losing more electrons. Tin in plus 2 state is reducing agent and Pb in plus 2 are stable and in plus 4 are oxidizing agent. Pb will not show plus 4. It will prefer to go to plus 2 state by, yes, by losing electron. Am I correct? Yes, this point. Generally, आपको SnCl4, SnCl2 will change to SnCl4 very easily. Okay, PbCl4 will change to PbCl2 more easily. This is how you can remember. As they are electron precise molecule, they do not act as electron acceptors or electron donors. Okay, there are further more points. It is already 10 o'clock.
Ma'am,
हाँ बोलिए.
ma'am, 10 is stable in plus 2 oxidation state or plus 4 oxidation state?
Who is stable?
10
Please
is stable in which oxidation state? Plus 2 or plus 4?
SN टिन ना.
Yeah.
हाँ, टिन. आप डाउन द ग्रुप जा रहे हो, ठीक है. तो आप यहाँ पे कंपैरिजन हो रहा है, ठीक है. यहाँ पे आप टिन और लेड की साथ में बात कर रहे हो, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे देखो क्या बोला गया, SN shows +4 and +2 बोथ, दोनों दिखाता है वो, ठीक है. In plus 2 state, it is reducing agent. What does it this point means? Plus 2 state में वो reducing agent है. Reducing agents क्या करते हैं?
Electrons देते हैं.
हाँ, they will give the electron. Am I right? So if you have SN in plus 2 state, it will lose 2 more electrons and it will go to plus 4 state. करेक्ट है ये पॉइंट? समझ में आया आपको ये लाइन?
हाँ मैम.
हाँ, तो इस सिचुएशन में अगर आप इस पॉइंट को बात करें तो कौन सा स्टेट में वो स्टेबल हुआ? SN
Plus 4 में.
4 में. yes, this is a comparison. Down the group definitely plus 2 state is found to be more stable. यहाँ पे हम SN के ही दो स्टेट को कंपेयर कर रहे हैं. अगर आप SN के साथ में उसके ऊपर वाले एलिमेंट को कंपेयर करेंगे, कार्बन को कंपेयर करेंगे, ठीक है, या सिलिकॉन को कंपेयर करेंगे तो प्लस 2 स्टेबल दिखाएगा, ठीक है. लेकिन से SnCl2 will be more stable than SiCl4. ऐसा है. यहाँ पे दो सिलिकॉन स्पिन को ही कंपेयर करें, सो दिस इज इन कंपैरिजन +4 इज मोर स्टेबल. या एक रिएक्शन सिस्टम में +4 +2 दोनों प्रेजेंट है टिन का. फाइनली एट द एंड आप इसको रख देते हैं थोड़ी देर के लिए, तो क्या होगा? आपको बहुत ज्यादा SN4 दिखाई देंगे, +2 कम दिखाई देंगे. इसका मतलब है कि उस फॉर्म में +4 ज्यादा स्टेबल. ठीक है, वैसा है ये. इट इज इन कंपैरिजन इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अवेलेबल होना या सिस्टम में क्या क्या डिफरेंट अदर आयंस प्रेजेंट. इफ यू हैव पीबी, आपको पीबी अगर रख दिया जाता है +2 में और +4 में, तो पीबी इज फाउंड टू बी मोर स्टेबल इन +2 स्टेट. +4 स्टेट में वो स्ट्रॉन्ग ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट की तरह बिहेव करता है. दैट मीन्स व्हाट? इट विल ट्राई टू take up the electron and it will go to +2 state and +2 state ज्यादा स्टेबल रहेगा. सो अगर आपके रिएक्शन सिस्टम में पीबी प्रेजेंट है +4 स्टेट में और SN +2 में प्रेजेंट है, SN अपना इलेक्ट्रॉन देगा, पीबी इलेक्ट्रॉन उससे ले लेगा, वैसा है. दिस पॉइंट what is given here is in comparison. So you will say कि down the group तो +2 स्टेबल स्टेट हो रहा है, तो यहाँ पे +4 क्यों बोल रहे हैं टीचर? दिस इज इन कंपैरिजन. तो अगर SN +2 +4 में तो क्या हो रहा है, या पीबी +2 +4 में है तो क्या हो रहा है? टॉप टू बॉटम व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट कार्बन, सिलिकॉन, जर्मेनियम, ऐसे हम बात करते हैं टिन लेड. तो उस केस में हम डाउन द ग्रुप जब बात करते हैं तब हम कहते हैं कि +2 विल गो ऑन बिकमिंग मोर स्टेबल डाउन द. आर यू क्लियर विद दिस पॉइंट नाउ?
Yes ma'am.
Okay, so I think we will stop here because chemical properties और कंटिन्यू है आगे, तो हम यहीं पर स्टॉप करेंगे. यू कैन जस्ट रिवाइज दिस पार्ट, अंडरस्टैंड दिस पार्ट, रिडॉक्स रिएक्शन वापस एक बार देखो ताकि आपको ये वाला कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हो जाए. Okay, it is already 10:04 now. Okay, and if you have doubts regarding this, again tomorrow you can ask. Tomorrow means day after tomorrow. Tomorrow we don't have class, right? Friday, na? We'll have class on Saturday now, 8 o'clock. Okay, so I think we'll stop here. If anyone has doubt, you can ask me on Saturday. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.